Alright, what is up guys, it's your Beast here, welcome back to our Pokemon Wi-Fi battle stuff. This match right here is against a guy by the name of Lulz, kind of weird name. But yeah, this is actually another roulette battle against this guy, and we both got some pretty cool stuff. I only got 2 OUs, this guy's got like 3 OUs, and other than that, I've got like Kling Klang and Pelipper. Those 2 pokes, you never see them ever in competitive play. I've really not seen too much of them. But Pelipper is actually a pretty nice poke. It's actually pretty underrated as well. It's got some pretty good, cool moves as well. So, yeah, I've also got a Spiritomb. This Spiritomb, I don't know, I think it's like some sort of mixed Spiritomb. And got Terrakion. I think it's a Choice Scarf Terrakion. That's the only kind of Terrakion I use. And Kling Klang. Now, this Kling Klang right here, I came up with a really weird set for Kling Klang. You'll see later on what I mean, but it's actually a specially attacking Kling Klang. And so far, I found out that it really doesn't work out too well at all, but, you know, it's always fun to try something new. And also got Heatran. It's just a balloon, Stealth Rocks set pretty much, and also got Quillfish in there with some Toxic Spikes and regular Spikes, as well with, what's it called, Destiny Bond. So that's also pretty cool. You know, it's kind of a suicide lead, I guess, but even though it's not in the lead zone, so yeah, I just got to deal with that. But he's got Golbat Chandelure. I'm not really too worried about the Chandelure because he does have a Politoed on his team, which might set up the rain and nerf his Fire Blast, so that's not a big problem at all. But Politoed can be a problem because of the permanent rain, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna lead off with my Spiritomb. He's gonna send on his Scizor, and this is not a good matchup for me at all because as I said, that thing was a specialty or a mixed Spiritomb, I think, and it does not have Will-O-Wisp, so gonna have to send a Flapjack, my Pelipper, and he's gonna take that U-turn really nicely. I'm thinking that thing is Choice Banded because that did a little bit too much, even though this thing, I think this thing is actually max defense, max HP, and you know, it resisted, you know. He's gonna send in this, I was really confused when I sent this thing in because, you know, its name is Umbreon, but he's going to send in a Golbat, and I go for the knockoff, and I knock off his Eviolite, which is really nice. That caught him really off guard because now his defenses are terrible because I knocked off his Eviolite, and pokes like that really rely on Eviolite to maintain their defenses, you know. So, going to try to scald him a couple of times. I don't get the burn, which is just unfortunate, and I'm gonna keep on scalding a couple of times before I actually get the burn. I don't get the burn this time either, I think, and he just roosts off, and I was like really getting worried at this point. Why am I not getting the burn? Because he could pretty much just deal a hefty chunk to me if I don't burn this thing right here and now. But thankfully, I do burn him this time, and he actually goes for the Toxic on me, and I'm like, oh crap, why does this thing have a Toxic? He's got Curse. He's got like probably a couple of other moves to try to, I don't know really, I really didn't expect Toxic on that thing at all, because he's got like Curse, Roost, Toxic, and that means he's got one more attacking move, you know. So get it set on Kling Klang. I figured I might as well just try to set up with this thing. This thing has got Automize, because you don't need that gear thing that makes you, this thing is a special attacking, so you don't need that extra tech stat. I don't know really what that move is called. I think it's like called Gear Change or something. I don't know. But I go for the Charge Beam, hoping to get like a special attack raise, but I don't get that, which is unfortunate. And you know, the Charge Beam doesn't really do too much. I'm modest max attack with Life Orb and still does like nothing. So that just kind of shows that, I don't know really. That's kind of disappointing. He goes for the +5 or +4 payback, and it's burn. It still does like nothing. So gotta go for the Head Power. I was hoping it's gonna be fire, but it's ice, and you know, it's gotta do like nothing to his Jirachi, and he's gonna go for the Body Slam, not Parahax me. Fortunately, I'm just gonna go for the Charge Beam because that's the only thing I have, and I'm pretty much just gonna leave this thing at his fodder, and you know, Charge Beam does like literally nothing to that Jirachi, and that just kind of proves that this thing is kind of a failure. But I decided that I might as well just try it out, you know, and see how it works. So I decided to set up Rock this turn before I die, and I go for the Charge Beam and kill myself with the Life Orb. So that was a pretty nice play on his part, and Kling Klang is gonna die, and he pretty much just did a job. He pretty much killed off Golbat, so I'm okay with that. And I'm gonna send in Heatran. I knew he's gonna switch out. Well, I actually thought he was gonna switch. For some reason, he stays in. I guess he was just trying to Power Flinch me, and he does get the Power Hack, which is kind of unfortunate. He pops him a balloon, and I don't know really. I would have switched right out of there if my Jirachi was up against a freaking what's it called, Heatran, because I'm just gonna 1A KO that thing with a Fire Blast. This thing is modest max attack, and you should not mess with this thing at all. Like, I'm not even kidding. So he's gonna sit on Chan to learn this turn. He goes for the hidden power. I'm like, oh crap, that is definitely hidden power ground. But I actually live it, and then he told me that it was hidden power fighting, and that was just unfortunate because I'm gonna be able to live that and take him out of there with an Earth Power. So he's gonna send in Polyswag, kind of nice nickname, and he's gonna go for the Skull, take me out of there, and now the rain is up, and I was really happy that I actually got some knockouts with Heatran before he sent in Politoed. Otherwise, I would have been pretty fucked, you know. He really should have sent in Politoed earlier on, but I really don't care about that now. He goes for the Toxic on my Spiritomb, and I think I'm just going to try to go for the Sucker Punch or something. I don't know. I was predicting him to switch out at this point, but he does not, and I go for the Pursue like a dumbass, and I think I'm just going to leave this thing in her. This Spiritomb right here really doesn't work out really often. I probably should make it like defensive and put like Will-O-Wisp on it, you know. So yeah, he's going to take me out of there with the Scald, and that's kind of unfortunate, and you know, I think I'm going to go ahead and send in, yeah, I'm going to send in Quillfish this turn because I know I can well this Politoed with this thing, unless he has like Psychic. I think actually Politoed can launch Psychic, but I don't know really. I didn't think that this guy would have it, you know. So he actually goes for the Perish Song, and I'm like, wow, this thing has Perish Song. I was like, wow. I just imagined how Politoed can actually sing, and it would probably be like, blah, 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 blah. Oh my god, that was awkward. That was so awkward. Imagine like a frog singing like that. That just proves how weird Pokemon is and how realistic it can be. So I'm gonna go for the Destiny Bond this turn, and it's like one turn left before I'm gonna die to the what's it called? Not Destiny. What am I saying? It's like one turn before I'm gonna die to the I am terrible. It's like one turn before I die from the Perish Song, and I go for the Destiny Bot and take him with me, you know, so that's pretty nice. So now he's gonna send in his what's it called, Scizor, and I'm gonna send in Flapjack because I know I can wall it, you know. He's gonna go for the Bullet Punch. He's gonna do like nothing to me because I'm a beast, and you know, Flapjack is pretty much sitting here. He's like, alright, I can just go ahead and scald you and try to burn you, but he's gonna switch out of there into his Dusclops, and I'm like, okay, I can try to scald this thing and see how much it does. Well, first of all, I go for the Roost just to kind of heal up. And I want to knock off this guy's Eviolite because otherwise this thing is just so bulky and it's unacceptable to handle. So I'm just gonna go for the knockoff. Knockoff his stupid Eviolite, and that's pretty nice. His Eviolite is gone, and he doesn't have those massive defenses anymore. And I can just go for the Scald and try to finish him off. Well, actually, the Skull is not going to do too much, considering that I am in the rain, and, you know, he's not got that Eviolite, you know. I get the burn with the Skull, and he shows me he's got the frickin' rest, and I'm like, God damn it! That was, like, the last thing I was hoping... that was, like, the last thing I was hoping him to have. Like, I was hoping he would have Pain Split instead, but, you know, he does not have that. So, he's fast asleep. I'm thinking, like, okay, this guy does not have Sleep Talk. But I go for the Skull this turn, and it actually turns out that he does have Sleep Talk. I guess he actually misclicked or something. I don't know really, but he's just gonna take, or I'm just gonna die to the Toxic, so it's not a big deal though. And he actually got the Will-O-Wisp, so I really don't think that mattered at all. So Flapjack dies. I'm gonna send in Gary motherfucking Oak, and you know, I was like, alright, I can just take this thing out of there with Stone Edge. I'm gonna be able to live a Bullet Punch from that Scizor, and then I'm gonna take him out of there with another Stone Edge. But I fucking miss. He gets to burn on me, and, you know, my Stone Edge does literally nothing. So, I am fucked at this point. I mean, he's got that Scizor. I probably should have run for the Earthquake because that could have probably killed him off because he's got no Eviolite, and after the spikes damage, Earthquake would have definitely killed off that Scissor as well, so that was kind of a stupid play on my part, but I don't know really. I just gotta pay that off, you know, because Stone Edge doesn't have the best accuracy in the world, you know, so yeah, regardless, hope you guys enjoyed this battle. I don't have a link for this guy because I asked him and then he left, you know, so that kind of sucks, but you know, that's how it's gotta be. So yeah, regardless, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys later. Peace.